So yes, I will get started. So thank you everyone for joining me. My name is Michael Smith. I'm the National Consumer Education Manager of Janome, Canada. And again, I'm here at the Janome Sewing and Learning Centre in Oakville, Ontario. Now we are still again closed to the public due to COVID, but again, we're just going along with government guidelines. So as soon as we get the go-ahead though, that we may be able to welcome classes here, then in the meanwhile, you can write me classes@janome-canada.com, and then I can put you on the mailing list here. So then you can get notifications again when we get the word that it's all clear to have people back here. But also I'm developing some online classes, which next month will probably be the kickoff there. I'm still frantically trying to put in all the details and everything. So you could write me classes@janome-canada.com to be put on those mailing lists. So it's wonderful to join you all today. Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. You will see I am Joe-less. My partner Joe often films me when I'm home in Collingwood. So, you know, when I'm here in Oakville, he's not here. So I'm Joe-less, but also I'm Tanya-less today. It was actually Tanya's birthday yesterday. So she is off for this week. So happy birthday, Tanya, and I hope you have a wonderful week off. But yes, we miss you here. So yes, online classes, yay, Cindy, yes, thank you for your enthusiasm. We're definitely looking forward to that. Ooh, from sunny Saskatoon, hello. So yes, let me flip this around here because, ooh, we are ready to do another Janome's Awesome Accessory Countdown. Now, we have a new hashtag, share the Janome love. So all of your projects that you're doing using your various Janome machines and Janome feet and all the attachments, especially those that I've been demoing and talking about in the previous series, A to Z with Janome, and certainly in the Janome's Awesome Accessory Countdown series, wherever you share your posts, you can just hashtag share the Janome love, and then that way we'll be able to see what you're up to, and we love to see all the fabulous things that all of you create with Janome. So it's a wonderful way to stay in touch. Hashtag share the Janome love, and then yes, boom, today is another, oh, Ma LaCursey, hello, it is great to see you here. Hello. So yes, just in time for another Janome's Awesome Accessory Countdown. We started at number 1 a couple of weeks ago. Can you believe we're all the way up here today, number 10. So we're almost done. So boom, number 10. Again, I need the drum roll, but now the iPad stand and the machine are on the table, so I don't want to vibrate things. So we'll pretend there's a drum roll, and boom, number 10 is the Serger gathering, elastic gathering attachment. So it's an attachment for your serger to put on elastic all in one step. Very simple, very easy. So that is number 10 in our Janome's Awesome Accessory Countdown. Now, the serger that I'm going to be talking about and showing today is the fabulous Janome AT2000D Air Thread Serger. But so long as when you open your side cover there, so long as you have that little screw right here in your serger, you are able to use this elastic gathering attachment. And this is also true of the cloth guide that I demoed the other week, and then like the beading attachment and the gathering attachment, they all use this little screw in the front of your serger. So long as your serger has that little screw, you're able to use these various attachments. So again, as always, check with your fabulous Janome dealer, but you can also check out the bilingual Janome accessories guide. This is available on our janome.ca website, Janome Canada website, and you can, hello everyone, thank you all for joining me today. Again, you can print it out as I have here, or again, it's on the website because then it's constantly being updated. There is a whole section for Serger attachments, and we learned, well, let me go back here to our Janome accessories guide, and I did in the previous series A to Z with Janome, K was for our Sergers, and K is the category of machines. You can see in your accessories guide we have like A type of machines and B type, C is like the MB4, MB7, more multi-needle machines. D is embroidery-only machines like our Memorycraft 500E and 550E. So we've got various classes of machines. K is Sergers. So as you go through your accessory guide, you can find all the fabulous feet and attachments for your serger. For example, there's that cloth guide that I demoed the other week. And the cording foot, there's a cording foot 1 and 2, or cording foot A and B that I demoed those. And then today, boom, there's our elastic gathering attachment. And it's very cool because it is available for the serger, but also for our cover hem machine, the Cover Pro, the CPX 1000 and CPX 2000, and then we've got the CPX 900. There are gathering feet for the CPX as well, for the 2-needle, which would be the 900 machine, or the 1000 and 2000, the 3-needle machine. So there's gathering attachments for your Cover Pro as well. So again, all that information is in your bilingual Janome accessory guide, available on our janome.ca, Janome Canada website. So that is great. And again, as always, check with your Janome dealer. So when I have my little screw there, I can attach, there is our elastic gathering attachment. And as always, sorry about that. It comes in a blister pack like this, elastic gathering attachment for overlock machines. So again, it doesn't have to be the AirThread AT2000D. It can pretty much be any serger. In fact, maybe even some non-Janome machines may be able to take this. So the blister pack, again, I always suggest just throw away this plastic, try to recycle it, but keep your cardboard blister pack, because in here there are instructions on the inside of the card. Like, Janome is always so thorough. So if I open it up, there, all the machine settings they recommend, beautiful diagram explaining exactly what the attachment is and how to use it. So you'll definitely want to keep this portion of the blister pack in a, I often recommend put these in a page protector, and then you put it in like a reference binder, preferably a red binder, since Janome's color is red. So that is great. So more information there. Do any of the sergers accept the AccuView optical? Oh, what a great question. I don't know. Let me see. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I have some here, so I'll do the demo, and then if I can quickly run and grab them, I have to remember where, I think I know where I put them, so I will see. Ultimately, so long as your machine has a little port, would be like a little screw hole up in the machine that would accept the optic view magnifiers. So we will see. That is a great question. Oh, yes, and Tanya, I am Ginger joined. Hello. We can all sing happy birthday to Tanya. So yes, the elastic gathering attachment is really quite cool, because we can use, where's that blister pack? I believe it's 3.5. It says in your, yes, 3.5 to 8 millimeters wide elastic. And now you'll see there's this little gauge on top here that slides. So we can do from 3.5 up to, or I guess it would be 3.5 would be the smallest, and then up to 8 millimeters wide. So 6 millimeters roughly is about 1/4 of an inch. So 8 millimeters, I'm thinking around 3/8 of an inch would be good. So again, I always recommend if you purchase these from the attachment from your Janome dealer, and then you take this to the store with you, or again, chances are your dealer will probably sell some elastic as well. But then you take this to the store with you and double check. So there's this little hinge here off to the side, this little metal clip that you can open that and then put in your elastic like that, and it acts as like a clamp. And then there's this little guide again where you can tighten it up. You don't want it too tight. You want to make sure your elastic, you know, feeds through beautifully. But then you'll tighten this up to keep your elastic in place. So again, you don't have to use as many hands. Often when I attached elastic by machine, you know, zigzagged it down or used a twin needle or whatever, I felt like I needed like 3 hands. But this elastic gathering attachment is your third hand, basically. So it keeps your elastic exactly where you want it. So that is great. So again, open that up, and then I can adjust that guide for a wider bit of elastic, and then I can make sure you don't clamp it in there too tight. And then there, I can move this adjustable guide and then tighten it up so my elastic is exactly where I want it to be. So it's very cool. Now, the inside of your blister pack tells you how to set up your machine. So again, there's really no guesswork at all. I'm just going to slip this into place and then again tighten. We'll move that down there. So there, I'm just tightening up that screw, sliding it into place very easily. And then close up my cover. Now, when you're, so I'm using 2 needles. Now it's really up to you. You could certainly use 1. I'm just using 2 needles to make it really nice and secure. So this is great for, certainly for like dance wear, exercise wear, athleisure wear as they call it, sort of athletic and leisure wear. Certainly, you know, swimsuits, you know, absolutely. Or just even to, again, gather if you wanted this beautiful sample, you know, just to gather up some fabric. Then I don't have to do, you know, on the sewing machine, they always say stitch your 2 parallel rows of big long basting stitches and then pull those threads. So tedious. Instead, just gather it with your elastic gathering attachment. Like, look how easy that is. So this could be ruffles on a little skirt or ruffles around like a sleeve if you're going to make like a summer, you know, sundress kind of thing. And this could be your sleeve. So gather it as it attaches into the, you know, arm's eye there. And this could finish this with a rolled hem on the serger. Very simple and easy. Or again, because I make Barbie clothes, I'm thinking, ooh, that's got to be like a Barbie skirt or something. Would be cute. Or again, simple and easy to do. Look how beautiful that is. So professionally done, so quickly. And, you know, you decide you could even leave it just as this is, just with my elastic like that. You know, some of the elastics are really quite pretty, so it really doesn't matter if it shows. So maybe you just leave it like that so it's nice and flat. Or after your elastic is attached, then maybe you want to fold it over, and then you would take this to your domestic sewing machine and zigzag, or you could use a twin needle, or then even you could put this on your Cover Pro machine and stitch it down that way. So the elastic gathering attachment will let you attach the elastic to like 1 layer of fabric, and then you again decide if you're going to fold that under and stitch it down, or maybe you're just going to leave it like that, depending on what the application is. So how cool is that? Or then, now how much gathering is all dependent on your elastic. Again, how big you cut your elastic in relation to your fabric. So this sample, again, there's only a little bit of gathering because the elastic isn't much smaller than this strip of fabric. So all of that, oh, gathering on a fitted sheet. Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely, Celine. As always, you have fabulous ideas. That's a very good point. That would be amazing. So yes, then again, how much gathering? This is where you cut up all your fabric. I say this is great for all that questionable fabric. I won't say it's ugly, but we all have that questionable fabric in our stash and go, oh, what was I thinking? Why do I have that fabric? Cut it all up, and this is what you do your little sample. So then you determine how big, how long you need to cut your elastic based on whatever kind of effect that you want and how many gathers. But again, how cute that would be. Again, this would make such a cute little like Barbie skirt. Or then again, this could be even like sleeves, let's say. Then I can attach, instead of just this one layer, I have 2 layers there. Both, again, are gathered. Both layers of these fabrics are gathered. But again, wouldn't that be kind of a cute like sleeve? And then there's like my cuff. Or again, this could be like my bodice. And then this could be my little sleeve ruffle. Like, that's so cute. Or I'm thinking, oh, Barbie dress, there's her bodice, there's her skirt. So I just put the 2 pieces of fabric right sides together. It was like that, right sides together, and the elastic on top, ran that through. So simple, so easy, like beautiful. Off the shoulder dress. Ooh, yes, Tanya, very sexy. So when you are doing your strip, so again, I'm using 2 needles. You could use right or left. It's up to you. But my tensions here, because I've got 4 threads, I just have very simple, again, average tension is a 3. So I've got 3 right across the board in left needle, right needle, upper looper, lower looper. And on the side here, stitch length really is up to you. The longer the stitch length, again, the more the gather, the more stretch to it. So I have it on a 4. Differential feed dial is here. On the AT2000D, the stitch length and the differential feed dial are integrated into one, but I can, manipulate them separately. But they're in one location, whereas maybe your serger has these split up into 2 different dials. So your differential feed is just at 1, which is basic, is normal. And again, I just put my stitch length to a 4. So very plain, simple setup. For thread-wise, I'm using the fabulous Madeira. David Manerica, hello, good afternoon. So yes, I'm using the fabulous Aerolock Madeira thread. Now, this is the big spool, 2,500 meters. But we also have, ooh, this is where I say it's just like candy. Ooh, sorry for the shaky camera work. We also have this wonderful Aerolock big box with all these neutrals. So there's pretty much a thread for every fabric, every color. Look at all that. Ooh, so there's 4 spools of each. So that is great that you can pick up your Aerolock Madeira serger thread from your Janome dealer. We also have another little thread pack as well with 4 different neutrals in it. So there's a bunch of different fabulous serger threads that you can get from your Janome dealer. So definitely pick those up. Definitely makes your serging a lot easier. Having good quality serger thread, you'll get way less lint in your serger, and you will certainly have beautiful results. So when I'm going to, I'll just take this strip, and you're going to attach your elastic. You want to leave yourself a little tail of elastic, going through this guide. So cut your elastic a little bit longer than you need, because you want to get that started first in the machine. So again, cut it a little longer, and then you can help even feed it through with your like stiletto or seam ripper if you need. So then once I know it's there, and then even walk a couple of stitches by hand, and then then you've attached your elastic, so it's not gonna, pull all the way through. And then now I can slip my little piece of fabric underneath. Now you decide if you're gonna use your knife blade and cut off some of your fabric. You really don't wanna cut your elastic with the knife, but then this is where, again, having this guide to position your elastic right into place helps, but yes, you don't want to cut into your elastic. So maybe you want to deactivate your upper knife, or again, with this guide in place, it really isn't too much of a concern. The knife blade is just right up against that elastic, so no problem there. And again, I don't want to serge too fast because the camera is right on the table. But normally you could just fly as fast as you want, and then again, how much you're stretching that elastic really depends on what kind of gathering you'd like. So I will use that side cutter. And then there, how simple, how easy it is. So again, depending on how much that you pull that elastic, depends on how much gathering you have. So there's just like a little bit, and then there it's a little more. And then again, cut your elastic strip a little bigger so you'll have this little tail, and then that you would, clip off. If I were to make a seam like this, I would just clip that off. So that would be fine. Now, if that's a little too fiddly for you to, leave that little tail at the end, how about using like a little leader, as this is sometimes called, or they call it, bunny ears. So then you leave yourself like a leader, and then bring your elastic. I'll just sew that through, and then you bring your elastic like in right after it, so you don't have to leave as long as a bit of elastic. You just need enough to get it. Just need enough, yeah, there, that it's caught. And then again, here's my big long strip, so it's fun just to experiment. And this I could pull really big. Ooh, I'll try not to sew too fast, but it's just so fun. So how beautiful this would be for, home decorating. If you want to put a ruffle around a pillow, for example. And I'll use the convenient side cutter at the side. So again, how beautiful is that? So uniform, so easy, way faster than pulling those 2 lines of parallel threads, that's for sure. And then after you're done your little leader, clip that off, and then there. So isn't that beautiful? And then of course you can do the, traditional quarter marks. I still do when I studied fashion design years ago, and we always had to, like, our elastic, we'd quarter the elastic, and we'd quarter our fabric. So folding it in half, and then you fold it in half again. So then that way you know exactly how to distribute the fullness of your elastic. So once I get this in the little guide there, and just get that under my foot. Again, I left myself a little tail at the beginning, and that I will just put under the foot here to get it started. And then once I know that, yes, that's locked into place, oh, I think I've, yeah, so you want to make sure not to catch your elastic in that little guide, but there, so that's good. And then the nice thing about these big long pins, you'll never serge over those by accident, that's for sure. So as you come to them, make sure you take out your pins. So simple, so easy to do. So again, depending on how full you want your elastic, depends on how big you cut your little piece of elastic in relation to your fabric. I also like using these clips as well when I serge, because then again, that way they are nice and big and chunky, and that way that you never have to worry about serging over them. So there, that's my elastic. Isn't that beautiful? You see my little quarter marks there. And then again, you decide if you want to then fold this over, and you would take it to your domestic machine and zigzag it, or again, maybe use a twin needle to put it down, or again, you could put this through your cover hem machine and stitch it down so it's nice and flat. So depending on your application, that's really quite beautiful. So yes, very nice and simple. And for more about the fabulous AT2000D, or really any of our sergers for that matter, you can again always visit your Janome dealer. But for those who are AT2000D Owners, or perhaps you're thinking of upgrading your serger, look, our fabulous AirThread 2000D Professional Serger Workbook. Now, Regina from Janome America talked about this in her Facebook Live under the Janome Sewing Machines page. That's Janome America's Facebook page. And Regina, who's the head of education, did a serger presentation a few weeks ago. So you can go back to their Facebook page and find that video. And she talked about this workbook, and I'm happy to say that right now it is on order. We had a limited copy in Canada, and of course those flew out the door, but more are coming. So you can contact your Janome dealer and ask for this workbook. Again, more, they're already on order, they're coming. So they're not in stock quite yet, but very soon. But it's a great workbook to, again, go through little exercises, starting with the basics and how to adjust your tensions, but then it goes through and it gives you, some tips about gathering, for example, with your differential feed, and then some fun exercises, making fringe on your serger. Let's see, it was Wednesday's episode of Janome's Awesome Accessory Countdown. I demonstrated the fringe foot on the sewing machine, so now we could do some fringing effects on our serger. So how cool is that? So again, using decorative cords. So it's a great, that lettuce leaf edge. I wrote a Janome Life blog post about how to do that lettuce leaf edge on a scarf. So it's really fun. So lots of fun things to do. Again, primarily for the AT2000D serger, but really these techniques would apply to any serger. So it's really a fabulous resource, again, available from your Janome dealer very soon. They are on order. So can you do this on the Skyline? Well, certainly you can gather, yes. You can certainly put on elastic, but this elastic gathering attachment is only for the serger. And again, it will certainly, when you can sew at top speed, in general, sergers are twice as fast as a domestic sewing machine. So that's really fabulous. You can get all your projects done quickly and easily. Oh, lovely. Hello, JP. Excellent. Thank you for joining me. Wonderful. So I'm going to spin this back around. So hello, everyone. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you for your questions. What I'm going to do is, because I won't keep you all with the optic magnifiers, I need to dig those out and see if they'll attach to the serger. I'm really curious about that. So I will post my findings as soon as I find those optic magnifiers. I will see if they will fit into the serger, and I will let you all know. That would be very cool if they did. But yes, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. And also a heads up, I posted this weekend as well. It was a busy weekend. We now have a Janome HQ Facebook page. So yes, I'll even do a little post on Instagram about those optic magnifiers, and then I will do a post on the Janome HQ Facebook page as well, if they're successful. So yes, you can all go to Facebook and just type in Janome HQ, like our page, would be lovely. And then you can scroll back and look at some of the posts that I've already put there about some of the fabulous products that we have here at the Janome Sewing and Learning Center. So there'll be a little bit as things come in, it'll be a little bit of a sneak peek of what's coming up with Janome. So yes, thank you all for joining me today, and have a very fabulous afternoon. I will see you all on Wednesday as we do number 11. We're getting close to the end. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. Bye.